Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where we bring you the latest and most intense updates about Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you are new here and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe now and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss any important update. My last video, Sheikh Hamdan is very crying today because everyone said you are changed now, but not one asked why you changed. They said it the way people always say such things, lightly, almost casually, as if change were a stain that could be wiped away with a careless smile. You are changed now. The words floated in the air like dust, settling on my shoulders, on my silence, on the spaces in my eyes where laughter used to live. They never waited for my answer. They never wondered what storms had passed through me to reshape the quiet corners of my heart. They only noticed the difference, not the journey. I used to be the kind of man who believed in the simplicity of happiness. I believed that love was enough, that promises could outlive time, that the heart, once given, would always find its way back whole. I walked through life with open hands, offering trust the way one offers sunlight, freely and without fear. People knew me as someone who smiled easily, who spoke with warmth, who carried hope in his voice even when the world felt heavy. That was the version of me they remembered. That was the version they missed. But they did not see the nights. They did not hear the conversations I had with the ceiling when sleep refused to come, the way memories pressed against my chest like unspoken prayers. They did not feel the quiet ache of expectations that never found their destination, or the soft betrayal of dreams that dissolved in the light of reality. They did not witness the slow, invisible erosion of certainty, the way small disappointments stack themselves into a mountain of silence. Change rarely announces itself with thunder. Sometimes it arrives in whispers, in pauses, in the gentle fading of things we once held sacred. I met her in a season when my heart was still brave. The air that day carried a softness that made everything feel possible, as if the universe itself had leaned closer to listen to our first words. Her smile had the kind of honesty that disarmed every defense I had ever built. There was something in her eyes that felt familiar, like a story I had once read in another lifetime and somehow remembered by heart. We spoke as if we had been waiting for each other, as if time had simply been a misunderstanding that finally corrected itself. With her, the world felt brighter, not because it changed, but because I did. Colors seemed deeper, laughter lingered longer, silence felt kinder. I learned the shape of her thoughts in the rhythm of her speech, learned the way her mood shifted with the sky, learned the quiet courage in the way she faced her own fears. Love did not arrive like a storm. It unfolded like dawn, slow, patient, undeniable. I gave her the parts of me I had never trusted to anyone else, and she held them with care, or so I believed. We built small worlds out of ordinary moments, long walks that felt like conversations with destiny, shared silences that spoke louder than words, dreams whispered late at night, fragile and shining like stars we promised to reach together. In those days, my heart knew no hesitation. I believed in forever with the innocence of someone who had never seen a promise break. But forever has a way of testing the strength of belief. The first cracks were subtle, a delayed reply, a distracted smile, a silence that lasted just a little too long. I told myself stories to protect my hope, weaving excuses where truth hesitated to appear. Love often teaches us to become skilled liars to our own hearts. I ignored the tremor in my instincts, choosing comfort over clarity. I thought patience could heal anything. I thought understanding could close every distance. Distance, however, does not always announce itself with footsteps. Sometimes it grows between two people like an invisible wall, transparent enough to be denied, solid enough to be felt. Conversations lost their warmth. Laughter became careful. The ease we once shared turned into something measured, cautious, restrained. I felt myself reaching for her and touching only the memory of what we used to be. When the truth finally surfaced, it did not come with drama. It arrived quietly, almost gently, the way dusk replaces daylight. There were words that needed to be spoken, confessions that had waited too long, realities that could no longer be avoided. I listened as the version of our story I had believed in slowly unraveled. In that moment, I realized that love can exist and still not be enough to save what has already begun to fade. Loss does not always scream. Sometimes it simply sits beside you and asks you to accept its presence. After she left, the world continued as if nothing had changed. People laughed. You are trembling. I am firm, not to rule, but to guard, not to chain, but to free. Your dreams matter. Your tears matter. Your silence heard. Your smile precious. People doubt you. I believe more. People leave you. I remain here. Roads feel broken. I build bridges. Night feels long. I stay awake, waiting always, watching always. So you rest. So you heal. So you grow. Your strength rising. Your eyes shining. Your voice brave. Your steps steady. I see change. I feel pride. Not because power, but because trust. You chose me. I chose you. Two paths joining. One storm facing. One sky sharing. One dream chasing. Hands not forcing. Hearts agreeing. Souls aligned. Fates connected. Not a cage, but a shelter. Not a throne, but a home. You under care, not under fear. You under guidance, not under shadow. I lift you when you fall. I teach you when you doubt. I remind you who you are. Strong and kind, soft and brave, fire and rain, calm and storm, perfect balance, beautiful chaos. World may try to bend you. I stand firm. I say no, not today world, not my love. She is rising, she is glowing, she is unstoppable, she is mine, not owned, but cherished, not controlled, but protected. Your past hurts, your past scars, I kiss gently, not with lips, but with patience, with respect, with loyalty, with time, time that stays, time that heals, time that proves. Love is action, not just words. Love is waiting, love is standing, love is choosing. Every single day, even when tired, even when hurt, even when silent, I still choose you and us. Over and over, you feel small. I say no. You are giant. You are fire. You are destiny. Walking slowly toward your crown, not gold crown, but self-worth, self-respect, self-belief. I walk beside, never above, never behind, just beside you, matching your pace, sharing your load. When you rest, I guard dreams. When you cry, I hold space. When you laugh, I thank skies for this moment, for this heart, for this bond, not perfect, but real, not easy, but true. Baby, welcome here. New role begins. Not below me, but with me, under my wings, over my fears, inside my heart, forever safe, forever seen, forever chosen. Morning soft light, touching your face, you still dreaming, I still watching, breath so peaceful, world feels quiet, just us here, just this moment. I whisper hope into your sleep. So when you wake, strength feels natural. You stretch slowly, like new, ready to fly, but not alone. I walk close, shadow matching, step by step, heart by heart. People may stare, people may judge. They see surface, not our depth. They hear rumors, not our truth. But truth lives in small acts, warm tea waiting, late night talks, silent support, loud belief. You stumble once, I steady you. You stumble twice, I smile softly. Learning takes time, growth takes pain, but pain fades, pride remains. Your hands shaking, before big dreams. I hold tighter until calm returns. You say sorry for being weak. I say sorry for not seeing how strong you are, even in tears, even in fear, even in doubt. Your courage hidden behind soft eyes. But I see fire, I feel heat, burning bright, never dying. Days get heavy, shoulders get tired. I lift weight, not to boast, but to love. Love is lifting, without counting cost. Your laugh returns, like sunrise glow, chasing dark away, healing old nights. You start trusting, not just me, but yourself too. That is victory. Bigger than crowns, bigger than praise, bigger than noise, quiet confidence, growing inside, roots getting deep, storms less scary, wind can scream, rain can fall, but tree stands, because roots strong, and you now rooted in self-belief, in shared strength, in safe love. You start leading your own path. I follow proudly, never jealous, never afraid, because your rise does not lower me. It lifts us higher together, flying farther, seeing new skies, new colors, new chances, new stories. We write slowly, not with ink, but with choices, daily small choices, to stay kind, to stay loyal, to stay true. When anger knocks, we choose calm. When pride calls, your eyes searching for unknown face, for familiar feeling, then destiny smile at perfect timing. When eyes met and world stopped, crowds disappeared, noise fell silent, only two hearts beating together now. He looked softly, like gentle sunrise, like calm ocean, holding deep storms. You felt safe, without touching him, without knowing why, just knowing home. He said quietly, I found you, not with words, but with heart. You answered softly, I felt you. Before today, before this moment, before this world, hands slowly closer, not touching yet, but already holding, through invisible thread, souls already married, before names exchanged, before promises spoken, before future planned. He came for you, across royal roads, across golden deserts, across endless skies, not as prince, but as man, searching true love, searching real heart. Your city watched, a fairy tale walk, but only you knew the truth, that destiny chooses, without asking crowns, without asking status, only asking hearts. He promised forever, without loud words, only steady presence, only loyal eyes. You believed instantly, not because Prince, but because love was standing there, together, walking forward, not rushing fate, not fearing tomorrow, just trusting destiny. Your country now, part of story, part of legend, part of love. People will say, he traveled far, but you will know, he came home, because hearts meet, not by maps, not by borders, but by fate. And every night, when stars glow, you will remember first eye contact, first quiet smile, first silent promise, first heartbeat together. Fazza found love, not in palace, but in your heart, where he belongs. And you found destiny, not in dreams, but in real arms, holding you gently. Story continues still, not ending here, because true love never ends ever. He kept walking through your streets with quiet hope. Morning was soft, evening was shy. Stars were watching, your footsteps slow, his heartbeat fast, two destinies moving toward same place. without knowing time, without knowing names, only feeling pull, stronger than fear, stronger than doubt, like moon calling, like tide answering. He stopped suddenly. You turned slowly, eyes met again. World held breath. Silence spoke, love, louder than vows. Your hands shaking, his hands steady, both feeling truth.